The Supreme Court has asked the centre to consider framing a law to regulate content on over-the-top platforms and submit a copy of the draft legislation for the top court's consideration after 2 weeks. Appearing for the centre, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta assured the court that a fresh legislation for OTT platforms is under consideration. The apex court held that the Union government's February 5th notification on IT intermediary rules and other guidelines to regulate social media and OTT platforms lack teeth, as they do not allow pre-screening of content or have a provision to prosecute violators. While the court observed that uncontrolled viewing of content on OTT platforms was an issue, Amazon Prime's counsel's senior lawyer Mukul Rohatgi objected to the court's observation on porn being shown on the platform. Rohatgi had argued that he can show over 10,000 movies on OTT platforms and there is no porn, rather great movies are being shown. Yesterday, the top court had stressed upon a need for pre-screening of content on OTT platforms due to presence of pornographic material. The top court also protected Amazon Prime's head Aparna Purohit from arrest in connection with the criminal cases filed against the web series Tandav. However, she has been asked to cooperate in the investigation being carried out in multiple states. On January 27, the top court had refused to quash multiple FIRs against makers and actors of the web series. While the top court had asked states to reply on the request by actors to club FIRs, they were asked to move respective high courts and trial courts to secure bail in individual cases. In February, the centre had framed several rules to make social media and OTT platforms accountable for the content they carried. The new rules mandated a 3-tier regulation mechanism for OTT platforms, who were asked to self-classify their content into various categories based on age suitability. Centre had proposed an oversight and grievance redressal mechanism, while indicating that a body headed by a retired judge may also be the way ahead. The court earlier had held that there was a need for some pre-screening of OTT shows and web series, while asking the centre to share a copy of its rules. The apex court was hearing an anticipatory bail plea filed by Amazon Prime's commercial head Aparna Purohit against an Allahabad High Court order which had refused any relief to her in connection with the criminal cases which were filed against the web series Tandav. On 27 January this year, the top court had refused to quash multiple FIRs against the makers and actors of the web series, while states were asked to reply on the request by actors to club FIRs. The High Court had made it clear that freedom of speech is not an absolute right and told the actors that they cannot essay roles which hurt religious sentiments of people. While the court had asked actor Mohammad Zishan Ayub whether he read the script of the role he was going to perform, Ayub had submitted that he is an actor contracted to act and his character only states those lines on television and they cannot be ascribed to him as an actor. The petition, filed by makers and actors of the web series, had claimed that FIRs were not quashed despite apologies issued by them.